Come from the previous slide was done by a travel agency. United States case study, again, we saw that the United States is a little bit ahead of Canada as far as internet adoption, and not internet adoption as in daily lives so much as internet adoption in travel planning, travel reservations, and so forth. So leisure travel, again, over 40% of leisure travel will be booked online, but the majority of Americans already planning, researching their trips via the internet. Business travel, 40% of business travelers, business travel bookings are de facto booked online. And meetings and groups, 41% of all groups and meetings travel revenue is booked online. So there's no doubt that the three main, I would say, segments of hospitality and the travel industry in general have all migrated to the online channel. And this should be the main focus for travel marketers in general and hospitality in particular. But there are two sides to the story. An internet booking, first of all, not all internet bookings are created equal. That's why we're talking about the direct online channel, and these are all of the reservations that are initiated or booked through the hotel website, for example, or the airline website, or the car rental company website. So in hospitality, and that's, again, the latest stats from hospitality, 70.9% of all bookings for the top 30 hotel brands are direct, meaning via the hotel website. 29% via the online travel agencies like Expedia, Orbitz, Travelocity, Priceline. Overall for the industry though, the online travel agencies command a much bigger share, 38%. So it tells you that the rest of hospitality hasn't figured out a way how to shift market share from the indirect, the OTA channel, to the direct online channel or the hotel websites. Airlines, if you look at the airlines, 68% direct, 32% indirect. I mean, we have case studies, for example, JetBlue based in New York City. 95% of every single reservation for JetBlue comes via jetblue.com. 95%. Ryanair in Ireland, in Europe, 95% of their reservations come not through travel agents, not through a 800 number, but through the website. So there's some Southwest Airlines in the United States, similar story. So there's some very good case studies that show that it can be done. Simple as that. Car rental, similar situation, 68% direct, 32% indirect. And cruise lines, 39% direct, take a look, 61% indirect. And it's a very interesting story in the travel industry, why cruise lines couldn't figure out how to sell their services and their product via the internet directly. There was a similar conference, I was a speaker there, and a executive vice president marketing for one of the top 2 cruise lines companies said, well, our own research shows that 90% of our ultimately customers come to our website, they research everything, and then 15% of them even book through our website. So she was very proud that 90% of customers research through their website and only 50% book. And the Marriott, her peer, the executive vice president of Marriott, who was sitting next to me, said, oh my God, if I report similar stats to my superiors, I'll be fired on the spot. And everybody heard him because the mic was on, and it was like, it was very embarrassing for this. But the cruise lines are in the hands of a very powerful group called the CLIA, the Cruise Line International Association, related travel agencies. There are like nearly 5,000 travel agencies that are extremely powerful. And they forced, for example, Carnival Cruises to shut down the booking engine from their website back in 92, 93, 94. So the cruise lines have not been, how shall I put it, persistent in their efforts to focus on the direct online channel. And I'll tell you, I mean, for all practical purposes, booking a booking a cabin on a cruise line is not more complex than booking a hotel room on a hotel website. There's nothing more special. Nothing. So the cruise lines didn't have the guts, let's put it this way, to confront this very powerful lobby of approximately 5,000 clear related travel agencies, and they were hesitant to put the booking engine, then they shut it down, they put it again, and actually one of the main reasons cited for the demise of, if you remember, there was a company that was the #1 PC manufacturer in the world called Compaq Computers, which later was acquired by Hewlett-Packard. The main reason for the demise of Compaq Computers, that's Harvard Business School case study, is the fact that they didn't dare, because of their retailers, to start selling directly through their website. That was the main reason for the demise of Compaq Computers, which was #1 PC manufacturer in the world. Canada, online travel, again, 67% direct, 33% indirect, not a bad ratio. Just for people that remember the good old days, pre-internet days, typically in hospitality, 25% of all bookings, advanced bookings, typically have 25% has always been done via some kind of intermediaries, either traditional travel agents or some consolidators, some wholesalers, some tour operators. So all of a sudden comes the internet, and all of a sudden, which allows for the first time direct access of any manufacturer of goods or services to reach the end audience, the end buyer, directly in the most efficient and cost-effective manner. And Expedia owns 38%, far above the typical 25% that existed pre-internet use. What happened? And again, the reason is the internet happened, and hospitality in general, travel suppliers simply underestimated this powerful channel, invested very late in this channel, and they're paying the price. That's the bottom line. So in this sense, there will always be an indirect channel, there will always be wholesalers that provide value, there will always be packages that provide value. The whole point is what percentage of the total bookings this segment should occupy. And I believe that it should be far below 25%. So take a look. There's a room for improvement in all the industry sectors. So the cost of, why are we talking even about direct versus indirect? Simple example. In Montreal, a reservation, 2-room nights, $250. We had an interesting discussion during lunch. The $250 is I would say, good price for Montreal. $250, you cannot stay at Comfort Inn in Manhattan today. There's the Comfort Inn Times Square in Manhattan goes for $350 a night as we speak, but that's a different story. So $250, 2-room nights, $500, Expedia's commission 25%, not for the Marriott, but for all of the independent hotels. For the smaller brands, it's 25% and above. 25%. So here is the cost per booking, $125. And in the same time, cost to the hotel via the own website, and this includes the website design, hosting, maintenance, marketing, out-of-pocket advertising, online advertising, and everything, average $12.92. So basically, we see that it's 10 times cheaper for a hotel to sell, all costs included, even the fees for a company like ours to manage their internet marketing, all costs included, it's 10 times cheaper for the hotel to distribute directly versus using Expedia.